Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to be unboxing and reviewing the 120mm cloud wheels by iWonder. So here is the box. This is a surprisingly nice package. I was not expecting it to look this good, but here it is. In this box, presumably are the wheels, and then in this cylindrical container is the conversion kit, which is probably just wheel pulleys and belts. Alright, so here we go. In here we have the 120mm cloud wheels by iWonder. And from my initial impression, these things are simply just massive. We've had 110mm wheels, 107mm wheels, but these things are huge. They just dwarf everything else that we've had it before. The gargantuan size of these wheels is definitely going to increase our top speed, but it could have some negative impacts such as a loss of torque and decrease in range. Another thing that I'm noticing right now as we open this is that these wheels do have an interesting curvature on the top. As you can see, it's not perfectly top, but rather curved, which is going to lead to a thinner contact patch. So we'll see how these wheels grip to the road, because a thinner contact patch is going to mean less surface area on the road, which could potentially lead to a higher chance of slipping. Also included in this box are these bearings and bearing spacers for the wheels. Next we have the pulley conversion kit, which is required to mount these wheels on any kind of board. The one we have is tailored for an Evolve skateboard or a board with those double kingpin trucks. And inside, the first thing we have are these belt covers, which are of course made for the Evolve motor mounts. And next we have this HTD5 pulley, which is made from a plastic-like material. It's a press fit type pulley with a bearing, which is kind of hard to find unless you get one from Evolve. The belts are these 270mm HTD5 belts, and they are very flexible, so we'll see how those hold up. The plastic pulleys, I think, are one of the stars of this pulley conversion kit, because it's impossible to find these press fit pulleys unless you're getting them from Evolve. Moving back to the wheels, another thing that I immediately noticed is the fact that these wheels are very clear. They have this exterior urethane, which is molded around this foam core on the inside. I think that's why they have the nickname the Foamies, because there's a foam core with the urethane around them. Moving back to the wheel pulley, the bearings are made for a 10mm axle, so this particular conversion kit won't work for a standard caliber truck, but there is an option to get that from their website. So the first thing we're going to test is how easy they snap in, which these wheel pulleys snapped in extremely nicely and better than any other press fit pulley that I've seen. Out of curiosity, I also decided to try these pulleys on these standard 90mm flywheel clones, because it's impossible to find a press fit wheel pulley that fits these, as the ones from Evolve have pegs that are too thick. So I decided to try the one that comes in the iWonder cloud wheel kit, because it has thinner spokes than that on the Evolve. I'm not exactly sure why they did this, because the spokes inside of the cloud wheel are thicker than those on a standard flywheel clone. Also, this shot just does a great job of showing how massive these wheels are compared to a 90mm wheel. These wheel pulleys actually did end up fitting inside of the standard 90mm flywheel clone, which is really nice to know, because if you're looking for a press fit pulley to put on our double kingpin trucks that will also fit some cheaper flywheel clone wheels, these are the ones for you, because the Evolve one won't fit. We've also tested them with 83mm wheels, and they worked just as well. So a definite thumbs up on the wheel pulleys that come with the iWonder Cloud Wheels conversion kit. The first thing that we're going to be reviewing in terms of the ride feel is the generic ride feeling of these wheels. So this just means riding the cloud wheels over any normal road, as if you're going on an average daily ride. So from our initial impression, from the moment we stepped on the board, there's only one situation that I can use to describe this, which is that it feels like you're riding on an all-terrain tire rather than on a street wheel. The wheels are so massive, and just the tread of them makes it seem like you're riding on an all-terrain tire. Now, we've used some cloud wheels in the past from Ownboard, and these wheels felt nothing like them. These ones were much softer, and I think this might have to do something from the authentic iWonder formula. I could be wrong here, but for some reason these authentic iWonder cloud wheels just felt really good compared to the Ownboard ones that we've tried in the past. They felt super smooth on the road and just tackled any obstacle that you'd see on your daily ride. However, one thing to mention from these is that they really chew through your battery very quickly. The large diameter of wheel and the weight of the wheel just makes it such that you're going to need more power for your motors to turn the wheels, which consumes more battery, and they've tried to compensate with this by providing their own wheel pulleys, which are 42, instead of the stock 38 or 32 tooth that you'd use on an Evolve board or any board with double kingpin trucks. However, it doesn't really help that much because those two teeth don't really make a huge difference. Rather than just providing more torque, you're still chewing through battery very, very quickly. But aside from that, they felt really amazing. The next topic that we're going to discuss is off-roading. And as you can tell, these tires do have some sort of tread on them, putting them as more of a hybrid between street and AT rather than one or the other. So from our testing, they work on gravel alright. It's a little bit of a bumpy ride and it might damage the wheels a little bit, but they still do go on it. They also work on compact dirt trails really well, in my opinion. It's a little bit slippery, but you still can grip to it alright. They work incredibly on grass, which is surprising. You'll need off-road tires on any other board pretty much to ride through any thick grass like we have here, but these tires just chewed right through it. Of course, at this point it's not as smooth as off-road tires, but they still have the tread to make it through any thick grass. I think that this is a really fun feature because you can just seamlessly transition between grass and trails if you're riding through a park. The part of these cloud wheels that really surprised me was how well they work on compact dirt with little loose segments. So this is on an uphill segment that we tested it, and the cloud wheels were able to start this board on a hill with no issue. And this is really surprising to us because using our boas, we tried this exact same segment and the boas spun out from the beginning and couldn't get any start. These, however, just plowed all the way up and had no slipping issues. So off-roading on these, I'd have to say, is not as good as ATs, but much better than streets. The next scenario that we are going to be evaluating the cloud wheels in is rough roads, which are more than average rough, bumpy roads or sidewalks. So from our experience, the cloud wheels actually performed extremely well in these situations. We've taken them up alpine roads that haven't been paved in years and are damaged by ice and snow all the time, and they grip to the roads with no falling. The only other wheel that I think has performed as well as the cloud wheels in this situation are the TorqueBoard's 110mm wheels, and then of course wheels that perform better in this situation are off-road tires. But if you're riding in city areas where there's lots of cracked areas and also just sidewalks, these wheels are just going to perform really well and gobble up any of those cracks and eliminate all those vibrations and shocks to your board, while also ensuring that you don't get thrown off due to the fact that there's a crack in the road. We tested this board going pretty high speeds, as in this situation right here, and then tried hitting a bump at those speeds to see if we'd get thrown off. Not a super smart thing, but the cloud wheels were able to just hit the bump and glide right over. They'll also go over any light rail or train tracks with relative ease. In terms of just slightly cracked areas like these cobblestone paths, the cloud wheels also performed pretty well. It obviously is a really bumpy ride, but they do ensure that you'll stick to the ground and that you won't go flying off your board as if you were going on an 80mm wheel or a 90mm wheel. So on rough road situations, the cloud wheels do not feel quite as they do on general roads, meaning that they don't feel like the AT tires when they're on these rough roads, but they still do feel like a really high quality wheel, such as a TorqueBoard 110mm or an ABEC 107. The final thing that we are going to be reviewing with the 120mm cloud wheels is the grip in all of these situations. So grip is an extremely important thing when you're carving or riding around turns because you want to make sure that your board doesn't slip out. We've used other cloud wheels in the past, such as the onboard ones, and in wet conditions, those boards have slid out and been extremely dangerous. So when we got these I Wonder wheels, we were very skeptical. However, these ones just feel different than the other ones we've used in the past. These ones grip to the road extremely well and allow us to carve decently in most situations. However, I will say that if you're looking for a wheel for carving, there are certainly much better options. These wheels are more designed for a cross between off-roading and just rough roads in general, so if you're looking for a wheel with good grip and carving, I'd recommend one with a much wider contact patch, such as 100mm boas or 110mm TorqueBoard wheels. This being said, the grip is so much better than we anticipated it would be considering the curvature of the wheel that we mentioned at the beginning. So I have to say, this definitely shocked us and the grip was pretty good, but it still definitely will never be as good as those on the TorqueBoard 110mm wheels. The only thing that could change this is if the curvature of the wheel starts to disappear as we wear in these wheels, causing it to be more of a flat top rather than a round skinny patch that you're gripping to the road to. But overall, these wheels do have pretty good grip. So to finish this video off, here are our concluding thoughts about the 120mm cloud wheels from I Wonder. These wheels really excel in smooth road, rough road, and off-road crossroad situations. This is due to the sheer size of these wheels. The huge diameter makes any smooth road feel like you're riding all terrains, any rough road feels like it's a smooth road on normal wheels, and any crossover section such as grass or dirt is rideable. The huge diameter enabling these factors does have its trade-offs. The large wheel means that you'll chew through battery a lot faster, causing decreased range, and the shape of the wheel, along with the urethane quality, also makes the grip on these wheels not as good as some of the other premium options. Taking both of these positives and negatives to mind leaves me with one final concluding thought, which is that these cloud wheels are perfect for what they were designed for. They allow the rider to tackle anything with their huge diameter, while allowing a seamless transition between street, grass, and gravel. And with that, this is the end of our review of the 120mm cloud wheels from iWonder. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave us a like and comment down below what you think of these cloud wheels. Also, if you're not already subscribed, please make sure to subscribe to our channel for more awesome electric skateboard content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.